Today, we're taking a deep dive into 3 legendary Jefferson nickels that are sure to captivate collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Let's begin with the 1942 Jefferson nickel, followed by the 1942 P Jefferson nickels. These coins, minted during a pivotal time in US history, have much more to offer than meets the eye. Let's jump right in. First up, the year 1942 was a turning point in American history. The United States was fully engaged in World War II, and the war effort required significant resources, including metals like nickel, which was vital for producing military equipment. To conserve this critical material, the US Mint made an unprecedented change to the composition of the Jefferson nickel. Midway through the year, they introduced the war nickel, replacing much of the nickel content with silver. This adjustment not only marked a shift in how coins were made, but also created a unique collectible that's still highly sought after by enthusiasts today. What sets the 1942 Jefferson nickel apart is that it was the first coin ever to feature a large P mint mark, indicating that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Prior to this, Philadelphia minted coins did not carry a mint mark. The addition of the P was specifically intended to distinguish the silver-containing war nickels from their earlier counterparts. Let's talk design. On the obverse side of the Jefferson nickel, you'll find a detailed portrait of Thomas Jefferson, created by artist Felix Schlag. The reverse showcases Jefferson's iconic Virginia home, Monticello. While these elements remained consistent, the composition of the 1942 P Jefferson nickel was fundamentally different. Traditional nickels were made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, but the 1942 P consists of 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. This unique alloy not only contributed to the war effort, but also gave the coin a slightly different appearance and a distinct sound when dropped, a feature collectors often note. If you're wondering how to identify a 1942 P Jefferson nickel, it's relatively straightforward. Flip the coin over and look just above the dome of Monticello. If you see a large P mint mark, you've got one of the silver versions. On coins struck earlier in the year or at other mints, you might see a small D mint mark for Denver or no mint mark at all for Philadelphia. These are not the silver war nickels. Additionally, you can weigh the coin. A silver war nickel typically weighs about 5 grams, which is slightly less than the standard nickel due to the material change. Now, let's get into the value of the 1942 P Jefferson nickel, the part most collectors are eager to learn about. The coin's value depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and whether it has been graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. In circulated condition, the 1942 P is primarily valued for its silver content, typically fetching $1.50 to $3. However, coins in uncirculated condition are much more desirable and can command prices ranging from $10 to $50 or more. High-grade examples, such as those graded MS65 or higher, can sell for several $100s, especially if the coin exhibits exceptional luster and detail. Collectors should also be on the lookout for rare errors. Some 1942 P nickels feature a double die obverse or other striking anomalies that significantly increase their value. If you suspect you have an error coin, it's worth having it evaluated by an expert, as these rarities can fetch premium prices in the numismatic market. For those looking to add a 1942 P Jefferson nickel to their collection, here are a few tips. First, always verify the authenticity of the coin by checking its weight and mint mark. Counterfeits and altered coins do exist, so vigilance is key. Second, store your silver nickels in proper holders or protective sleeves to prevent tarnishing and damage. Silver is prone to oxidation, which can diminish the coin's appeal and value over time. Next, let's say that you find yourself in a situation where you have to decide between 2 excellent options for your neck metal. In 1942, the United States was deeply involved in World War II, and the demands of the war effort had a significant impact on coin production, became too valuable to use in everyday coinage. To address this, the US Mint introduced the war nickel, which replaced much of the nickel content with silver. The 1942 Jefferson nickel is one of these historic coins, minted in San Francisco and distinguished by its unique composition and design. The obverse of the coin features a profile of Thomas Jefferson, created by sculptor Felix Schlag. This iconic design, first introduced in 1938, remains a classic. On the reverse, you'll find an image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. While these design elements stayed the same, the 1942's nickel's composition was drastically different. It consists of 35% silver, 56% copper and 9% manganese, a blend that conserved nickel for wartime needs while giving the coin a slightly different appearance and a unique metallic sound when dropped. Identifying a 1942 S Jefferson nickel is straightforward. Flip the coin over and examine the area above Monticello. You'll see a large S mint mark, indicating it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. This mint mark is a key feature of the war nickels and was introduced during this period to signify their special silver content. Additionally, weighing the coin can confirm its authenticity. A silver war nickel typically weighs about 5 grams, slightly less than the standard nickel. Now, let's dive into the value of the 1942 Jefferson nickel. Its worth depends on factors such as condition, rarity, and whether it has been graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. In circulated condition, the coin's value is closely tied to its silver content, with prices ranging from $1.50 to $3. However, uncirculated examples are much more valuable and can fetch anywhere from $10 to $50 or more, depending on their grade. High-grade coins, especially those rated MS65 or higher, are particularly sought after and can command prices well over $100. Collectors should also keep an eye out for errors. Some 1942's nickels display double die features or other minting anomalies, which can significantly increase their value. If you believe you have an error coin, it's worth consulting an expert or having it authenticated and graded. If you're looking to add a 1942's Jefferson nickel to your collection, here are a few tips. First, confirm its authenticity by checking the mint mark and weight. Counterfeits and altered coins do exist, so careful examination is essential. Second, handle your coin with care and store it in a protective holder to prevent tarnish or damage. Silver is prone to oxidation, which can affect the coin's appearance and value. Lastly, if you've got a high-grade or rare example, consider having it graded and encapsulated by a reputable grading service. This can protect your investment and make it easier to sell or trade in the future. The 1942's Jefferson nickel is a fascinating piece of history that reflects America's resilience during a challenging time. Its unique composition, coupled with its historical significance, makes it a prized addition to any collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or new to numismatics, this coin offers a tangible connection to the past and a compelling story to share. Next up, the year 1943 was a critical period during World War II. As the war effort intensified, so did the demand for strategic materials like nickel, which was essential for producing military equipment. To conserve nickel for the war, the US Mint continued the production of war nickels, which contained 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. This composition made the coins distinct from earlier Jefferson nickels and created a legacy for collectors. The 1943 P Jefferson nickel is particularly notable as it was minted in Philadelphia and, like all war nickels, features the large P mint mark above Monticello, a first for coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint. On the obverse, the coin showcases Felix Schlag's iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson. This design, first introduced in 1938, has become a mainstay in American coinage. The reverse features Jefferson's historic home, Monticello. While the design elements remained the same, the change in composition during the war years gave the 1943 H Jefferson nickel a unique appearance, with a slightly lighter color and a distinct metallic ring. Identifying a 1943 P Jefferson nickel is straightforward. Simply turn the coin over and look for the large P mint mark above Monticello. This prominent mint mark is a hallmark of all silver war nickels, setting them apart from earlier and later issues. You can also confirm its authenticity by weighing the coin. A silver war nickel typically weighs about 5 grams, slightly less than standard nickels due to the material difference. Now, let's discuss the value of the 1943 P Jefferson nickel. Its worth is influenced by several factors, including its condition, rarity, and whether it has been professionally graded. In circulated condition, these coins are primarily valued for their silver content, with prices ranging from $1.50 to $3. Uncirculated examples, however, are far more valuable, fetching anywhere from $10 to $50 or more, depending on their grade. High-grade specimens, such as those rated MS65 or higher, can command prices exceeding $100, especially if they display exceptional luster and detail. Error coins are another exciting aspect of the 1943 P Jefferson nickel. Some coins exhibit double die obverses or other minting anomalies that significantly increase their value. If you suspect you have an error coin, it's worth having it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These rare variations can fetch premium prices in the numismatic market. If you're interested in adding a 1943 P Jefferson nickel to your collection, here are some tips. First, verify the coin's authenticity by checking for the mint mark and weighing it. Second, handle your coin with care and store it in a protective holder to prevent tarnish and damage, which can affect their appearance and value over time. Lastly, consider having your high-value coins graded and encapsulated by a reputable service. This not only protects the coin, but also provides official certification, making it easier to sell or trade. The 1943 P Jefferson nickel is a remarkable piece of history that captures the spirit of innovation and sacrifice during World War II. Its unique composition and historical significance make it a treasured addition to any collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, this coin offers a tangible connection to the past and an engaging story to share. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the 1943 Jefferson nickel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin insights. Until next time, happy collecting.